Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Don Mafia Live. That is right, live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and also 5:15 p.m. EST. If you have not subscribed, certainly consider doing so, and also make sure you turn on those bell notifications so you never miss an episode. I'm already seeing so many fantastic questions in the live chat. I'm certainly looking forward to getting to them. That is for damn sure, guys. Listen, have to give a giant shout out today right to BetUS. BetUS is a proud sponsor of the Dan Mitchell YouTube channel, folks. And get this, they are currently matching 150% of your first deposit all the way up to $2,000, as well as 125% of your second and your third. You don't want to miss out on this promo. Just use code YouTube150 and take full advantage. And let me tell you what, who else is interested to see? All right, conference, baby. What are the best odds, man? Who is the favorite to win the Super Bowl? Because let me tell you what, y'all read that title correctly. You're damn right. Something about this team just feels a hell of a lot different from the past couple of years. I feel like that there's a lot of confidence in this locker room. I feel as long as we end up staying healthy, I think that we could really, really end up winning the entire thing. That is really where I'm coming from, right? At the beginning of the season, I was saying, with all of the turnaround on the roster, I could see this being a brief retooling, but I still want to make it to the AFC Championship. But based off of what we did to Kansas City this previous week has completely shifted my expectations. Like what we showed that we could potentially do. All right. Now all of my expectations are if we are not raising a Lombardi for the first time in franchise history, I am chalking this up to be an absolute disappointment of a season. And I'm not sure if you guys are on the same page as me right now, but like watching that performance, watching how we were firing out all cylinders, it looked like we were playing as a unit, as a team, no weaknesses from offense, defense, even special teams. You're damn right. You were damn right. So now I'm taking a look at this. We have the NFL Super Bowl right now. And these are the odds right now for the Buffalo Bills. We're sitting at plus 650 for the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl. Lions are plus 350, currently the favorites. Chiefs are still at plus 450. Next team is, where's the Ravens at right now? We have Ravens at plus 800 after the fact. So when it comes into it, folks, we have the third most likely odds to end up winning the Super Bowl. This is all you can find over on BetUS, and you could also end up finding all of the Week 12 lines and even going down into some of the regular season awards, such as MVP, such as Coach of the Year, you name it. Very excited to unpack a lot of this with you guys today. But obviously, I'm feeling some type of way. Let's see how we play out. King Jamie the Mad, the Bills did do great the other day. Jamie, you got what you wanted. You wanted the Bills to win the regular season so we could trade off in the playoffs. But I'm hoping that's not the same case this year. Let's be for sure right there. We have the first super chat of the day. It's got to be Dan's hair, Cotton. Feathered and lethal. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I did actually end up getting a haircut yesterday. Still a little bedhead. Normally I just roll out of the bed and I just go to the gym immediately. So I haven't had a chance to doctor up the piece, but trust me, we're going to be getting, super sexy before the 5:15 p.m. stream. I promise you that. But listen, I'm just hopping on with my boys and we are making it happen. Shout out to everybody in the chat already, man. I want to see what people have to say. And do me a favor, roll call in the chat right now. Let me know where you are tuning in from. It's a bye week, man. And as much as this Buffalo Bills team, damn, needs the rest, needs to get healthy. It sucks not having Buffalo Bills football, bro. It sucks not having Buffalo Bills football for longer than a week. It really does, man. Listen, my adrenaline has been pumping. Being a Bills fan has been very easy as of late. But it sucks not seeing the team play. But we'll see what's going on. We have our good friend, I Miss 43. He's a solid Chiefs fan. He's a buddy of mine over on X. He says, injuries, who's coming back, who's going out, and can you avoid any more injuries? That will decide the Bills-Chiefs AFC Championship game. Hey, listen, my guy, I Miss 43, is already predicting a Buffalo Bills and a Kansas City Chiefs AFC Championship game. And I mean, listen, dude, I will 110% agree with you at this point, man. I think it's hard to predict any game, especially past 1 week, because you don't know what rosters are going to look like once playoff time comes around. Last year, like, we had a practice squad linebacker core, and the Kansas City Chiefs ended up making us pay for it. So I can only hope that both teams are at full strength so we can really see yet another instant classic in the AFC Championship game leading on into New Orleans. So, I mean, I'm hoping for the best, folks. I really am. Buffalo, New York, downtown Washington Street, near the church. I love that, guys. Keep on going with the roll call. Let me know where you're tuning in from. We have Therese Teo, Juneau, Alaska. What is going on? Good morning to Therese. How are you? Hope all is well. We have Believe. And do you think that we will go beat the Lions after what the Bills showed in Sunday's game? This is a great question, right? It really, really is. Because, again, it's hard for me to go on ahead and make that prediction since it's about a month out. It's December 15th we play the Detroit Lions, right? It is December 15th. It's very difficult for me to say because this Lions team just ended up losing out on so their starting linebacker, who is absolutely massive piece right to their defense. And then Nick Wright said on his show on FS1, it was yesterday, I wanted to say, and I mean, I think that this was kind of disrespectful. I'm not necessarily sure that I particularly agree. But what he said was that, yes, this Lions team is dominating the NFC. Yes, he believes that they are going to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. They will be the NFC team representing. It's just how it is. But he said something that was pretty interesting to me, and I don't like the phrasing, but he said that Jared Goff is a civilian. He said that he is a civilian quarterback, right? And he said all of the superhero quarterbacks live in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, same thing with Lamar Jackson, same thing with Joe Burrow. The superhero quarterbacks live in the AFC, and all QBs in the NFC are merely civilians. So he's saying, you know what? Yes, I do think that the Lions can go on ahead and punch their ticket right to the Super Bowl, but do I think that this Lions team can compete with the superhero quarterbacks that are found in the AFC? We will have our answer soon. We will have our answer here within just a couple of weeks. And I'm not saying that I believe that Jared Goff is a civilian quarterback. All right. That's just what Nick Wright says. You know that he is the king of rage bait. He certainly is. But where it stands right now, if Buffalo were to go up against the Detroit Lions, I actually think the game would be very, very close. Same thing if they were to go up against the Ravens. Same thing if they were to go up against the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think that they would be handing out a 50-point loss to that specific team, man. It's basically how it plays out. I do not believe it will be Chiefs and Bills. It never ends up the way you think. Oh, man, I feel like it is. I feel like it is, baby. So the Bills showed some real heart. And so to be able to win in this fashion that they did, key players injured, man, shout out to McDermott for going for it on 4th and 2. Are you not entertained? So I will tell you what, one play that I feel like a lot of people aren't really pointing out that I think truly saved the game was back when Khalil Shakir ended up converting that 3rd and 10. It was a couple of plays prior to that 4th and 2 run. Like, dude, and so I think it was Tony Romo who said it. It was like the most like pause. Why the hell did he word it like that? He ended up saying that Shakir just got blasted in the backside. It definitely was a pausable moment for sure. But that play, of course, the 4th and 2 really ended up winning it, right? Like, that was the cherry on top play. But say that you were to look back, that Khalil Shakir conversion on 3rd and 10 was, in my opinion, what truly won it. King Jamie the Mad, my team is 9-1. That loss knocked us all the way down to the 1 seed. I'm living my childhood fantasy. Okay. Supposedly, we have Amanhu, we have Brown, Watson, and so OU 26. Hunt will be back. I'm betting the Bills have people coming back as well. Yeah, man. I mean, definitely with Pacheco coming back as well, which is going to be big for you guys. Rice perhaps is coming back in the playoffs as well. It's definitely going to be a full stack team. We are actually hoping to be fully healthy right after the bye. We should anticipate Keon Coleman to be back in full action. So we have our wide receiver 2 back. We have Amari. He's going to be fully healthy now because he's still dealing with that hand. hence why he only had 2 receptions last week. And then we're getting Matt Milano back, our starting linebacker, which is going to be absolutely huge. I love Dorian Williams, but like he's certainly a liability in pass coverage. There's definitely no question there. And then, of course, Spencer Brown will be back as well. So should be at full strength against the San Francisco 49ers. And for the love of God, please, please, please wrap them all up in bubble tape. Wrap them up in bubble wrap and preserve this team health-wise, for the love of God. Here from Utah, no better way to get ready for classes than to listen to you, Dan. Love the content. Keep it up. Garrett, have a great damn day at school, man. What school you at, bro? What school you at right now? You at Utah, at BYU? Talk to me, man. Where you at? Where you at? We got Tyler H. I know everyone is talking Super Bowl after beating Kansas City, but right now we got to get healthy and focus on San Francisco because we still don't have the division secured. Take it 1 week at a time. And listen, I love that sentiment. I really, really do, right? Like, y'all know that I live by a person that lives in the future is always in a consistent state of anxiety. A person that always lives in the past is in a consistent state of regret. But a person that lives in the present is at peace. And I think that that's how Bills Mafia should be looking at this season, right? Because we're only going to psych ourselves out if we keep thinking about the PTSD of the playoffs. We can't control that at that point. And the only thing that I disagree with you on is this division has been wrapped up the second that Tyler Bass really ended up sinking that 61-yard field goal. That is completely fine. Like, that is something that I have already accepted. Like, once again, 5th year straight, we have the AFC East. But I think kind of where my head is at now is yes, I want to continue to play week by week. I want us to get the most favorable seeding as humanly possible and see what we can do there. Man. Craig Ellsworth, King Jamie, Casey's luck ran out. Hey, listen, my guy King Jamie, all right, has been a very pleasant Chiefs fan. And my guy, I Miss 43, has been a very pleasant Chiefs fan. So they are always welcome in here, chopping it up with your guys. I have never seen Nick Wright at a football game in Kansas City until we started winning like 6 years ago. I think he found a bandwagon and hopped on. At maximum, he is a fair weather fan. I do think that Nick Wright actually was born in Kansas City. But then again, listen, just because you were born in a city does not mean that you are not a bandwagon sort of team, right? So certainly something on there. Cherry on top was the Bernard interception at the end. Look at that. If Dolphins lose, we just need to win one more game. Blair, this was huge, and he took a huge hit and held the ball. I'm surprised at how the refs let him play. Listen, shout out to Shakir, man. He was that guy at the end of the day. There he is. How about them Chiefs? Listen, if you want to talk about the best Chiefs YouTuber in the game, it's my good guy Cole right over here. Good game Sunday, bro. Nick Wright grew up in Kansas City. That's exactly what I thought. He grew up in KC. He's just that dude. And we were just talking about how he just called Jared Goff a civilian quarterback. And he's not entirely convinced that he would be able to compete against some of the superheroes that are found within the AFC. But folks, I did sort of do a thing on Twitter. Okay. I sort of did a thing on Twitter because I thought that it would be interesting. I just released my power rankings. I just ended up releasing my power rankings. And I sort of want you guys to go ahead and take a look at that and have an open conversation. But again, from the overall title of this video, yes, I do believe that this is the Buffalo Bills' best year. At the beginning of the season, I thought we were retooling. I still wanted an AFC championship because I feel like McDermott owed that to us. But after competing against the Chiefs this past Sunday, this win just feels different. Like, yes, I understand that we have taken care of them in the regular season. This win feels different to me. I've been watching Buffalo Bills football since I was a child, right? And like, I have known like some wins that, yes, we escaped, but this was the first time where I think that like we truly dominated on all facets of the football. Like, we actually came out there, showed some balls. We ended up overcoming adversity, and I'm feeling good. And I think I speak for most Bills fans right now that if for example, like we don't win a Super Bowl this year, then in my opinion, it is a giant waste. It is a massive disappointment. My expectations have skyrocketed. And I think this is the first time since I've started creating content where I have said this. Past couple of years, it has been, I want to make it to a Super Bowl or I want to make it to the AFC Championship. Like now, like when I look at this overall squad, I look at how it's being coached, I look at how we're getting healthy at the right time. Right now, this is, I would say, the first time where I'm saying if we do not win the Super Bowl this year, then it is a massive, massive disappointment. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't mind these power rankings, and the Chiefs were on top for me until they lost. I couldn't move them until then. Some may keep the Lions at 1, but the Bills work too. Yeah, I probably would be lying if bias didn't play a role right into these power rankings, Cole, for sure. I thought it could go either way as well, but like I hate throwing this out there because this narrative was attached to the Buffalo Bills for all season. And it was really annoying when people were telling me, oh, Dan, this Buffalo Bills team hasn't beaten a good team. All you do is beat up on the shitbirds. And then after the fact, you can't compete with the league's best. And unfortunately, I think maybe it's the hater in me or maybe it's the bias in me that's saying, okay, yeah, I'm impressed with the Lions, but like they are pounding up on the damn Titans, on the damn Jaguars, like just like really bad teams. So maybe that's sort of in the back of my head. And that really, depending on what Nick Wright said, he called Jared Goff a damn pedestrian quarterback, which I think is a unique diss at the end of the day. The Mad, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, listen, King Jamie, I guarantee you that you already watched Cole. If not, you should. He's on top of the game over in the Kansas City content creation world. I can promise you that. What the hell does Richie want from me right now? Is that your address? Let me tell you what that is. 1 second, folks. All right. All right, man. Lost the Biz is coming in saying, I think the Lions are slightly better than us. Then again, though, right? Like, so I'd say that I'd remember, or we should remember, the first 3 weeks of the season where like we were just crushing teams by a large margin. I feel like so these past couple of games for the Lions, like look, boys, like look. Lions schedule. And so did end up losing rate to Tampa Bay prior to Godwin going down. But okay, so right here, right? 52-6 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, okay, right? Super close game right to Houston. Have 24-52 against the Titans, 47 against the Dallas Cowboys, who are now currently winless at home. 31-29 rate against the Minnesota Vikings, which is certainly impressive because that Flores defense is absolutely crazy. Have 42 against Seattle, 20 against the Cardinals. So I don't know. Listen, it's going to be great because I think that we're going to have an understanding of what the Detroit Lions truly are on the 15th of December. I really can't wait for it. I'm thinking about going. I'm thinking about going up to Detroit and watching that game. So we shall see. I just think we were the better team on Sunday, and that was all without Kincaid, Keon Milano, and Spencer. Very, very exciting. Listen, you know what? I know that there are a lot of Sean McDermott haters in Bills Mafia, but I think at some point we need to go on ahead and give him credit that he is learning from his mistakes. He's learning from his mistakes. Yes, I know a lot of people were upset about him challenging that one reception, but then again, so according to my buddy Kevin, it's no longer Sean McDermott. Like we ended up hiring some ex-referee, some nerd right up in the box that calls Sean McDermott to tell him when to challenge something. I just learned that yesterday from Kevin. So now I'm going to have to bite my tongue anytime that I see Sean McDermott going out there and making something like somewhat stupid, if you will. What's up, Dan? I am big on counting our chickens before they hatch mentality. Internally, yes, I feel like we can win it all, but I don't want to jinx us. Don't jinx. Stay humble. Go Bills. All right, man. Yeah, dude, listen, I 100% agree with you, but like I said, based off of the caliber of that win, I'm just saying that it's changed my expectations. And that if we don't end up winning the Super Bowl, you're damn right, I'm about to be absolutely fucking livid at the end of the day. So So we'll see. I'm glad you came on board, Dan. Was not happy with that vibe you were giving about the Kansas City game. It's okay to lose. Lots of snaps left before February, but we got this, brother. Hey, man, listen, you know what? I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled. Anytime I have a bad take on the Buffalo Bills or something that's negative, always know, folks, that I am the happiest person on the face of the planet. If I could troll myself, right? Like if I could leave a comment on one of my TikToks when I have a negative take on the Buffalo Bills and me just spam the clown emoji on my own video, you're damn right I would be doing that. In fact, from now on, I'm going to do that. I am going to troll and bully myself if I ever have a negative take about the Buffalo Bills that turns out to be incorrect. I feel like that would be what I need to do. Some self-punishment, baby. That's what we have to do from now on. We got to beat the Lions since they super potential bowl contenders as well. We have hip hop. Dan, the Bills Lions game might end up like the Bills Ravens game. You have to go against Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. So here's the deal, right? And this is something that I really, really believe. I think that the Kansas City Chiefs will not have a worse defensive performance that they had on Sunday. I definitely believe that they figure it out. And that will be the worst defensive showout they have all season. And that's including in the playoffs. That is including us meeting them again in the playoffs by itself. I think that they are going to turn it around. The reason that I'm bringing this up, and the reason that I am bringing this up is that I genuinely believe that we are not going to see another game like that against the Baltimore Ravens, even if we play them again. Even if we play them again, now that Milano is coming back, now that Bernard will be back out on the field, now that Taron Johnson will be back out on the field, because remember, no one's talking about this. We were missing 4 of our stars on the defensive side of the ball. It's true. And holding Hunt, so right to 60 yards, certainly impressive. Holding Kenneth Walker III to like 12 in the first half, certainly impressive. Holding Colts running back, Jonathan Taylor, to literally like 6 yards in the second half of the game. We have it all. So as far as that Baltimore Ravens loss, yes, they punched us in the mouth. Yes, I know everyone's afraid of them at this point, but make no mistake, this Buffalo Bills team will never have a defensive performance like that again for the remainder of the season going into the playoffs. It's just not how it's looking. I feel like sometimes a team needs to get punched in the mouth so that they can like get their like shit right and make those adjustments that comes into it. It was a difficult learning curve. It was a difficult learning curve for us. And I just don't think that it's going to happen again. I didn't see a bad Chiefs defense. We couldn't run. It was solely Josh Hero Allen carrying us. Yeah, most definitely. Listen, if that was a bad defensive performance from Kansas City, then, I mean, solid stuff. I agree, Levi. This was the end of the rebuild game. The growth is finished. I would argue that we were done with the rebuild after like 3 weeks. Okay, we have Kansas City has Carolina and the Raiders next 2 games. So no help for us there. That means we need them to split last 4 games if we drop one. Again, like I said, I just want as many home games as humanly possible. If we end up getting the first seed, fantastic. But do we trust that Kansas City is going to drop 2 more? I'm looking at their schedule. I'm not sure if Cole is still in here or even King Jamie can answer this. But looking at the Kansas City Chiefs schedule, I'm saying that, in my opinion, so the only teams that I genuinely believe could hand them an L would be the Chargers and would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that those are the only losable games, like right that I do see it. And I would still probably pick Kansas City to be the favorite. I would still pick KC in both of those games to be the favorite. But as far as any games that I'm like, okay, they could make it interesting, it's going to be the Chargers, and it's also going to be those damn Pittsburgh Steelers, brother. Those damn Pittsburgh Steelers. Dan, my friend, I'm going to disagree. We did an amazing zone block job on the O-line, and I think, if anything, we taught the league how to handle the defense. I mean, we'll see if they adjust. We'll certainly see if they adjust, man. Let me see what else we got right here. I think Kansas City will lose to Denver. I mean, maybe if Kansas City is resting their starters, because I want to say that that's the last game, like right on their schedule. We have King of Death. Don't get too far ahead. Don't underestimate San Francisco and LAR. I'm certainly not, my friend. I'm certainly not. KC has a Pitt/Denver home versus Houston and the Chargers. We have DF forever. 3 years ago, we did the same thing to Baltimore, and they never looked the same. Just saying. I miss 43. KC/Buff, an AFC championship game hunt with Pacheco run the ball 35 times and to keep the ball out of Allen's hands. How does that game end? Ugh, I don't know. I really, really don't know. King Jamie, the Mad. Maybe we don't show the Steelers what we can do, but we probably win out. And the guys are coming off the injured list before too long. We have Chris Godwin. Lions are a great team, well coached, and are rolling right now. But if the Bills are playing their best football, then nobody will beat them. William, Sweden is coming in the chat, man. What's going on? Dan, I am a little bit scared of the Patriots and Drake May, to be honest. Dude looks like a big threat in the future. It's funny because I've been making jokes. I'm like, Miami Dolphins fans. Now there are 2 Josh Allen's in the AFC East, but he's been playing well. I just want to see what he can do next year. So you're talking about the Chiefs. You might need to work sort of workable losing a playoff seed to the Steelers, or worry about losing a playoff seed to the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Mahomes is 18-7 after a loss. We have John. So the Chiefs have a difficult schedule left, 4 playoff teams and a Raiders team that has upset Mahomes a few times already. I want the Bills to get the first seed. That's the easiest way to the Super Bowl. B. Jones. San Fran is the definition of mid this year. I was worried before the season. Not so much. We have Waveman J. So my Ravens are cooked. I've lost all hope. So we need a new head coach ASAP. That is crazy, bro. Listen, Harbaugh, dude, he's the man. He's the man. Listen, bro, you definitely can't throw Harbaugh right out to the wolves after the fact. Listen, man, when it comes to the divisional games, and so it is what it is, right? Like, I feel like the Ravens have just had a hard time with the Steelers' defense. It's just a coaching mismatch. As far as the AFC East, like, for example, this Buffalo Bills team has won like 14 out of 15 or 14 out of 16 matchups against the Miami Dolphins for the past couple of years. It's certainly a divisional. As far as the Ravens, so the one thing I am kind of concerned about is your secondary, right? It's definitely that secondary. But I feel like y'all be all right. Man. So realistically, what do you think the Bills' record will be by the end of the season? I'm thinking 13-4. By the way, I let my friend borrow my phone yesterday. So if anything weird was said, I am sorry. I didn't see anything weird in the chat, man. I appreciate you letting me know, though. Give me 14-3. Give me 14-3. I'm really feeling that. Okay. And so do you think that the game gave the Bills even additional confidence that they can control their own destiny? So the thing is that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills are undefeated coming off of the bye. So that is something to think about. Then you have the LA Rams, who have a sorry defense. Stafford has been playing well. I think they're 4-1 in their last 5. So it really depends on what they go from there. And then afterwards, it's just going to have to be that Lions game. So let's see. So Lions have me spooked. I root for them, but not against my Buffalo Bills. And the Lions will just run the ball all day. We have Ken. I think the Bills will beat the 49ers by 3 points. I miss 43. Watson is the most important injured player to return, had been a shutdown corner. Need our dime CBs to go back to those roles. Buffalo proved that. Is Watson going to come back? Very important for the dime and the nickel. Absolutely. I can appreciate that. Only 3 hard games on the rest of the schedule. The 49ers, Rams, and Lions. I can only see us realistically losing to the Lions, and that is it. We have Jay. And listen, as annoying as it sounds, those games within the division, and so I don't care what the Jets record is. I don't care what the Patriots record is. Don't think for a second that those are going to be walks in the park either. That's probably going to be a very annoying and a gritty game. It's how these divisional games line up, is what it is. I love that we haven't played our best game so the past 5 to 6 weeks and have scored 30 or more in our last 5. As long as we stay healthy, bro. That's what I'm saying. Back end of so the Lions D is much better. Branch might be the best safety in the NFL. I'm a huge fan of Branch. I wanted Branch to be a Buffalo Bill back during the draft. Have a great day, bro. I'm about to go buy myself something pretty for my birthday. I like wearing silver. Dude, happy birthday, King Jamie. I had no idea that it was your birthday. Sound off happy birthdays in the chat for my guy, Jamie. Have a good one, man. Slam some brews for me a little bit later, brother. and have to take care of that last 3 game, 2 at home, and got to play New England away. We have Jay. Jets and Patriots defense are absolute ass. Look at that. If the Panthers beat the Chiefs this week, while Bryce Young get the respect he deserves, I'm pretty sure that this is a Panthers fan right here. Absolutely, my friend. I will host a parade in downtown Charlotte for Bryce Young if he can somehow beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I really don't think that's going to happen. I really don't think that that is going to happen, but we will see. He says, I've been 27 for almost 30 years. Bro, listen, man, I just turned 30 3 years ago, my friend. I just turned 30 3 years ago. I totally get it. Happy birthday, Jamie. How you doing, man? How you doing? I do. We have Mike Green. I don't see the Panthers beating Kansas City as much as wishful thinking would go from there. Much love and respect. We have Happy Birthday, King. Absolutely. Go Bills is rocking with us right now. Chiefs should be 5-5 realistically, but they are super lucky. Oh, man. We have shots all over the place. We don't have a pass rush. That is true. I'm sure that y'all miss Aiden Hutchinson. That is for damn sure. Unfortunately, I have us losing 2 games. So the Lions and one of those, unfortunately, within the division games. What about you? And if it is true, will we still possibly be the first seed in the conversation? Listen, we would just need the Chiefs to lose some games too. So I think realistically, based off of how this team has been playing, and who knows, maybe we end up resting all of our starters. So last game of the week. Maybe that's it. But who knows? Who knows, man? So that Texans game and the Broncos not making that field goal against the Chiefs will haunt us. Oh, man, I hope not. Don't you dare put that out into the system already, guys. Guys, listen, 185 of you. So 185 of you are in here on YouTube right now. 142 of you are on X. Do me a favor, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I do want to remind everybody, I'm giving away that signed Keon Coleman jersey. All right. In order for you to be a part of my giveaways, guys, you must be a subscriber to this YouTube channel. We are going for 50,000 subscribers by the end of the regular season. I know it's a lofty goal, but I know that we're going to get there. We already have 31,000 already, which is absolutely insane. So we're going to continue this uphill climb because I know that we can do it. I am a Cardinals fan. Solid team this year, bro. Solid team this year. I think it's the NFC West is making it. You guys got to stop thinking Detroit can beat us with the NFC. Let's do it. We have Maria SV saying 185 watching, but only 59 likes. Give it up, y'all. Absolutely, Maria. Absolutely, folks. Pump this up to 150 thumbs up buttons. I know that we can do it. We are sitting here chatting a tad about football, baby. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not too worried about the Texans. Allen struggled without Shakir and Cooper in that game, and they only lost by a last-second field goal. I would love to have that Texans game back. I really would. You have no idea. Ravens, I'm worried about. And yeah, I'm still worried about Kansas City. Have to be. What's up, Dan the Man? What's up, Ronnie? Yo, Ronnie Rogers. What's going on, my guy? I hope all is well. All right, so we have Pittsburgh still has to play Kansas City, Philadelphia, Baltimore again, and Cincinnati. And they will lose some games too. Buffalo should end up no worse than the second seed. We have Nara in the chat. Every year is a blank canvas, and the Bills are proving that they can do with old players and new players that is special. Look how many teams have failed at it, believe. Maybe it's time for us to give Sean McDermott a bit of respect, right? Yes, I understand that he's had some gaffes. He's had some gaffes as the coach, but showing what he has been able to accomplish, like Nara just said, with a very old team, same thing with a very young team. And so a team that has an absolute locker room cancer like Stephon Diggs, still able to win. And so a team that was down 6-6 last year and went on a run to win the AFC East, I think it might be time for us to start admitting the fact that, yes, Sean McDermott has had some questionable decisions, but 99% of everything is actually a hell of a lot better. Maybe. Maybe. Sean is going for it on 4th and 2 makes me happy for the future. I know, right? Dude had balls. And so do you think the Steelers are a good team or are they just getting lucky? I think that they're a really solid defense. Scouting team for the past 7 years has to be top 3. Absolutely, right? Billy D. Williams, not worried about anyone as long as we play our game. 110%. Chris Godwin, Allen's playing so good that Lamar will win another MVP. I'm still thinking we might go to the Super Bowl, but we beat the Texans and the Chargers, then the Bills by 1, and then we go against the Lions in the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be ideal? A locker room cancer is Chase in Cincinnati. Probably. Probably. Bills are going to win the Super Bowl this year. Let's go, Buffalo. We have Ken. I've been a Buffalo Bills fan for about 20 years. Ken, look at that. The people have spoken. 77% believe that this is the team that brings us a Super Bowl victory. I love it, and I am convinced. So to make sure that the remainder of you who do not believe will be convinced at the end of it. The world wants a Lions versus Bills Super Bowl. They certainly do. Let's give them that. I think that the Lions are just really good at destroying trash/mid teams. We're going to have to see on December 15th, man. We sure do deserve a football. No bones about it. If you can't score 30, you're not beating Buffalo. Man, inject it into my damn veins, my friend. Super Bowl without Diggs. EJ, dude, that would be absolutely hysterical. Sort of like how Kansas City won a Super Bowl after like Hill left. That would be absolutely hysterical. Wild stuff already, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat for hanging out with me today. Sincerely appreciate it. I think Buffalo took the old Patriots team blueprint of being able to add any normal player that fits their scheme and get the most out of them. Tom never had any superstars other than Randy Moss. Perhaps Matty Myers. What's going on, Matty Myers? Hope all is well. Josh deserves it so much. We deserve it. Let's go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm fucking hyped. I'm fucking hyped right now. I'm fucking hyped. You guys have no idea. And the NFC is bad. We struggled against Houston. That is a concern. Glenn is coming on in the chat. What's he have to say about this? No, that would be a bad Super Bowl. Buffalo versus Detroit. Come on, man. Listen, 2 teams that have never won one before. Come on, man. So many different storylines. I feel like America would be injecting that in their veins. I'm sorry, Chiefs fans, but nobody wants to see you guys win 3 in a row. No one wants to see you win 3 in a row. I feel like America needs a Bills-Lions Super Bowl. I really do. Super Bowl or bust expectations 99% of the time always leads to a heartache. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you what. I will be completely honest with you. My real expectations for this team for the past 3 or 4 years has been to make it to the AFC Championship, make it to the Super Bowl. This is the first time where, from what I have seen from this squad, where I'm just like, okay, we have to win it or otherwise it would be a massive disappointment. That's basically where my thought process is. Tim Russert, so we'll be smiling from above if the Bills win it all. He certainly will. He certainly will. In fact, his son Luke and I follow each other on Instagram. He's a really good guy. If Josh Allen brings a Super Bowl to Buffalo, they might rename the city after Josh Allen. It would be Josh Allenville. It just seems that Joe Brady, every play has so much detail. It doesn't matter who he is defending. And the offense forces players to be out of position. This is the year. Like, dude, like, what is Joe Brady's record since he has taken over as like offensive coordinator? It's something ridiculous. He's like 15-3. He's 15-3. Like, I remember quite a bit of live game reactions where I'm reflecting back and I see some people saying, dude, like, what's Joe Brady doing? He's pissing me off. Like, thank God I haven't seen anybody call for his job yet, or otherwise I might actually crash out. But he's been incredible. And so is Bobby Babich for the most part, folks. He still has a top 10 defense. Dan has a Lions-Bills Super Bowl. Listen, Kevin, that right there is what America needs. I'm trying to tell people no one wants to see the Chiefs go for a three-peat. I don't feel like they want a rematch of 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think that so they want the Ravens and the Lions. I think that one would be the next most exciting, would be Ravens versus the Lions. But I got to tell you what. Who's going to say no right to a Super Bowl that has two teams that have never won it and that for a long time have been jokes across the NFL? That right there is must-see TV. I promise you that would break Super Bowl records. That would break Super Bowl records if that was the case. Sorry, Bills fans. So you whine and blame the refs just like the rest. Nobody wants to see the Bills win their division, let alone the conference. What sad fan base is this guy a part of, folks? Dave Succi. Dave Succi, what sad-ass fan base are you rooting for, man? Please sound off in the chat. I gotta know. Why do I feel that you're a stinky fish fan, bro? Rank-ass fish, aren't you? You're a Dolphins fan. The rank-ass fish is in my chat up in here, stinking up the positivity. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. What sad-ass fan base are you? All right? Show me on this doll where the Buffalo Bills hurt you, fool. Show me on this doll. Show me on this water bottle. Show me on this water bottle where the Buffalo Bills hurt you, bro. Show me. Dolphins fans over here, dude. Dolphins fans over here. Listen, bro. All right? Love Miami. It's a great city. It's just shit football. You have everything else, all right? It's us in Buffalo. We're freezing our nipples off for 7 months out of the year, all right? So we deserve good football, all right? So we deserve good football at least. These rank-ass fish fans in here, bro. These rank-ass fish fans are crazy. LFG, boys. Bill's going to get there. It's time for Josh. Takes us to the promised land. It'll be first one at the parade. Dan, you crack me up. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. It's always a part of the show where, like, some fan base rolls in here and tries to troll me. And I don't know. And so I think it gives, I'd say, this show some entertainment, a new level of entertainment. When someone tries the damn test me. Brad G cards. Bill's going to get smashed by the Chiefs in the playoffs. Happens every year. How dare you roll into this chat after you have crawled into your cave of misery and disappointment? I send you there every single year, Brad G cards. And I'm surprised because typically what happens is that this 15-year-old kid, he always rolls into my chat at the beginning of the season. He goes, "Oh, Dan, it's over for the Buffalo Bills. Y'all lost Stephon Diggs. Y'all lost Gabe Davis. Y'all aren't beating the Dolphins. Look at our roster, man. We're so crazy." And then after we beat the shit out of them, he disappears until the next matchup. And he's not as confident, but he's still a little bit confident. And then afterwards, once I rip the heart out of his chest, metaphorically, of course, he only then returns after it is playoff time. He's here a little bit early. He's manifesting. Brad G cards, man. Pay attention. Pay attention in trigonometry, my friend. A big midterm is coming, my friend. A big midterm is coming, little boy. You damn... Dude, listen, don't test me, Dolphins fans. If anything, like, people in here coming in here saying, listen, if the Buffalo Bills end up winning the Super Bowl, that they would rename the city after Josh Allen. Hell no. They should name Hard Rock Stadium Josh Allen Stadium. And to be completely honest with you, that's what should happen, is that we should rename your damn stadium after the quarterback who absolutely disappoints you on a regular damn basis. Listen, man, you know what? Really, at the end of the day, what do you got to say, Brad G cards? I'm the same age as Dan, 33. Brad G, well, let me tell you what, my friend. I would start owning the fact that you are 15 years old. I would at least lie to people that are 15 because there's no way that a 33-year-old man has the balls to come in here and talk shit about a team that owns you. All right, so start owning that you're 15 because, damn, people have some questions. I'm just kidding, Brad G cards. What's going on? Hope all is well. I hope you guys know that this is part of the show. All right. I love talking shit. I really do. And I honestly think it's funny because really anytime that say that there's an argument. So say that there's an argument. It's always the person that's the better shit talker that is the villain. It's not the person that starts it, but it's the person who's the better shit talker. So I will always be the villain because I can cook anybody, baby. I can cook anybody that comes at me. But then I always turn out to be the asshole. But it's okay. Listen, with great power comes great responsibility. Admit it, you enjoyed watching the fish freeze in Kansas City last year, even though it wasn't against your best interest. It was, man. We have LJ rolling on in here. My boy Dan, The Bills Mafia Santa Claus. Indeed, guys. I'm giving away that signed Keon Coleman jersey. Here in just a little bit of time. So we will see. It's Dan Schdick, Sardine fans coming up with shit narratives this week. I hate Kansas City fans. We have Enigma is coming in. From the moment that Tom Brady left the AFC East, I knew Buffalo was going to dominate this division. I truly believe that the AFC East goes through Buffalo until Josh Allen gets it go. We have Kevin is rolling in saying, sign Keon Coleman, get in there. Yes, guys, most definitely. Like I said, I have been doing weekly giveaways. And then Katie Robertson, I haven't forgot about you. I still have your Josh Allen rookie card. I'm going to head over to FedEx after this and get this off to you immediately. Congratulations. But yeah, that Keon Coleman signed jersey, I'm going to be announcing it right during my live game reaction against the San Francisco 49ers. So make sure you're a subscriber if you can make it happen. Did Keon Coleman drop the Sharpie when he went to sign that jersey? Hey, man, listen, he's been dominating right now. He's been dominating. And to be completely honest with you, Brad G cards, all right? Brad G cards, bro. I'd probably have to say he's a top 3 rookie. So this year, he's a top 3 rookie so far this year. I am absolutely happy with this. Had to stop back and make sure I hit that like button for you, bro. Thank you, King Jamie. I sincerely appreciate that. We have Jack Galek. We think Milano is going to play next Sunday night. So here's the deal, right? Like he had a 21-day practice window, so he needs to be activated prior to that. And that window ends on December 4th. And so the game's on December 1st. So say that I'm a gambling man. Yeah, more than likely he'll be out there. And according to my good friend Kevin, he said, bye-bye Dorian Williams. Bye-bye Dorian Williams. Probably won't see that fool again for a while, unfortunately. Here's a good question. And in fact, I think this actually might be a video that I do on TikTok. Here's the question. Who's the odd man out? When Matt Milano ends up being elevated to this roster, who is it? Who gets cut? Who gets cut? And who gets reverted back to the practice squad? Maybe it's Buffalo Joe. Unfortunately, that's not a conversation a lot of people want to have. It might be Buffalo Joe. It might be the rookie in Olafosio. I'm not sure. In fact, guys, sound off. Who is the guy that gets cut from this roster to make room for Matt Milano? Oh, never mind. For Spectre IR. Never mind, Kevin. Thank you, Kevin. Never mind, folks. Nobody gets cut. Nobody gets cut, baby. Look at that, man. So the Buffalo Joe fans, we are good. We have an open roster spot, 52. We are good. Matt Milano is back. Buffalo Joe is indeed safe. I was sitting here thinking that it was 53. If it wasn't for Kevin, imagine the video that I would have posted and looked like a moron. I make a living out of looking like a moron, but thank God Kevin helped me out on that one. Thank you so much, Kevin. I have a feeling Bills won't see the Chiefs again this year. Way too many disruptors to the Ravens and the Chiefs, Steelers, Chargers, and the Broncos. Very interesting. Already bought and booked a flight for the parade. That right there is indeed, I just love it. And so I'm at a loss of words with this positivity that just graced my screen. I really, really did. Already bought and booked a flight for the parade. Man, I love hearing that. I would love to play against the Texans in the AFC Championship. So where we go on a game-winning field goal drive and see Diggs look at the confetti with a heartbroken loss, just like that one game against him. Well, he's out for the year, so I'm not sure if he's going to be on the sideline, but still would absolutely love to watch him just watch the confetti. My buddy played on the same high school team as Buffalo Joe. Maria is saying, y'all help me out. So I need to replace Shakir on my fantasy this week. Who's available on roster spots? So do you think Milano will be given a snap count for his first game back? Yeah, I'd say so. And so like my good friend Kevin has said, so I think that we're not going to see Williams much after that San Francisco 49ers game. And so unless Milano is absolute trash. And shout out to my boy Kevin, dude. Listen, he's solid over there on Built on Buffalo. He's a regular guest on this channel. So certainly go on ahead and give him a look as a great guest. He knows what he's talking about. I'm obviously just the hype man. He's the brains of the operation over here, baby. I'm Obviously, just the hype man. Playoffs is a whole new season. Get there with the best seed and go from there. We have Evil Empire Patriots. Dan does this every year. Cringe force confidence, only to get humbled in the playoffs. You want Drake May to be Josh Allen so bad. You want Drake May to be Josh Allen so damn bad, man. Listen, I've had so many friends from the Patriots fan base for the past couple of weeks, and you're sitting there tainting the relationship. All right. I was hoping that you could just give us some credit every now and again. And dude's over here sitting there. He's like trying to like manifest the Bills to lose. Oh my God, I hate the Bills. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you want to be the Bills. So you watch Drake May on a regular basis, and you're like, damn, maybe he's Josh Allen. Dude, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. He will never be Josh Allen. He will never be Josh Allen, my friend. Ever. Ever. He said, you're right, not going to lie. I appreciate you coming in, man. I really do. What's up, Dan the Man Mitchell, Broncos fan here. I have a friend who's a Bills fan just like you. Shout out to the Broncos, man. Dude, ass whooping last week. Do you believe? That is the question. That is the question of the day. Stephon Diggs is nothing. Great show, Dan from Nutley, New Jersey. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 9% chance of making the playoffs, 3 more losses on your schedule. Patrick Fintak is coming in. I cannot absolutely wait till Keon and Cooper are on the field together dominating LFG Buffalo. I cannot wait for both of them to be at a full bill of health, right? Because now Cooper obviously knows the playbook, right? Now he's not going to be restricted from routes that he can run based off of the injury that he potentially sustained. Imagine 2 fully healthy wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 that fully know the playbook and are lined up on the outside. And it doesn't even like go from that extent as well, because that's also going to elevate Shakir. It's going to be nearly impossible to get it done. We have Pretty Boy FPV. Don't count the fish out just yet, Dad. May have to play us in the playoffs. Came down to a bad Poyer hit and 61-yard field goal to bet us. I am certainly counting the Miami Dolphins out, my friend. I like Dorian, man. I hope we run a lot of 4-3. It's not really within our DNA, right? Don't count the fish out just yet. We have that. Dan, if the Bills make it and win the Super Bowl, I expect to see you in downtown Buffalo on the parade. Oh, my God. And then Glenn's coming on in, and he's saying, I watched that Super Bowl, and Bills just wish that they had a Super Bowl in their lifetime. We have Darnell saying, I love the Bills, and I'm from Buffalo, New York, and I've been going to games since 1979. I won't be satisfied, and they won't be respected until we win a Super Bowl. That is exactly where my energy is too, Darnell. And they won't take Taron Johnson off of the field ever. That's the thing about 4-3, folks. We love nickel, and why would you take Taron Johnson off of the field? So 4-3 is just not in the DNA for the Buffalo Bills. Gian, great show, brother. #1 Bills fan from New Jersey. That's my guy, man. I appreciate you. Finn's always living in the past because they have no present or future. How does 24+ years and counting no playoff wins? Mike Green's in here. He's killing it. My brother! It's Tuesday, but my mind and body is still on last Sunday's game. So dude went golfing for like his first time like 2 months ago. And the fucking asshole got a hole-in-one. Swear to God. How many golfers in this chat right now have been dreaming about a fucking hole-in-one their entire life? This asshole gets it his first round of golf he ever played. Is what it is. Is what it is. Is what it is. Shout out Brandon. What's up, dude? How you doing? Jason, Dan Mitchell, and do you think that we will have almost everybody back? Yes. Right after the bye, we're going to have everybody back, which is going to be ideal. Jack says me. We have Huncho in the chat. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, I will travel from Denmark for the parade. Not a hole-in-one, but I put a hole in a window once. Look at how, dude, me too, man. Me too. Rest in peace, the golf course house's windows, man. My slice is absolutely insane. A hole-in-one, pause. I know, I get it. I get it. I've got 2 aces. Oh, look at that. Bills roster is absolutely loaded. It definitely is. Ace is saying that's if there aren't any injuries during the practice. Cross fingers. We have Believe 30. How much would you pay for the Bills to win the Super Bowl? My my life savings. I'm just kidding. So the NFC playoffs will be Philadelphia, Washington, Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit. South winner, West winner. We have Richie. Dan, so you got to come home to watch the Super Bowl. Wouldn't that be crazy? All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As many of you know, I am live Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. EST and 5:15 p.m. EST. Super excited to unpack my stream later this afternoon. We are going to be discussing Sean McDermott, all right? Perhaps the coach of the year, all right? He's entered the conversation. He's a very polarizing topic across Bills Mafia, so I'm sure that it will be a polarizing chat. But I'm super excited to unpack that. And then later on this week, we are going to be talking quite a bit about the Josh Allen MVP campaign. We're going to be looking at the roster, some mid-season awards. A lot of fun, jam-packed content is going to be out on this channel, guys, as I try to get you through the bye week. So do me a favor, smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, especially if you want to be a part of my signed memorabilia giveaways. I'm giving away something different each and every single week. So certainly go on ahead, subscribe to the channel if you have not had an opportunity of doing so already. This video is powered by BetUS. Love you guys. Thank you so much for sponsoring this content, and I will see you a little bit later on BetUS TV's The Huddle. Deuces.